Yo, what's going on, guys? Sorry for the reused gameplay recently, and sorry for the reused gameplay today. I gotta get this video out quick. This is a pretty serious situation going on, and not a lot of people know about this yet. I don't see anybody talking about this just yet. There's a lot of people thinking that this situation is a hoax, but in the case that it's real, I feel like a lot of people should know about this and should be talking about this. So basically, Lil Tay was a super young influencer that came out like a couple of years ago. She got super big for flexing on everybody. It was just some 9-year-old girl on the internet acting like she was clouded and cool and better than everyone, just playing a character like Rice Gum. She blew up and got pretty famous a couple of years ago, and it ended up getting exposed that I believe her money was coming from her mother, and that all the cars that she was posing in were from her mother's clients or something like that. It also came out that her brother was apparently forcing her to play this character for money and views online. I think this was the video where that was exposed.
Lil Tay always got enough money. This cost me $2,000. This it cost me $10,000, and
I said stop saying 10,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,500.
Okay.
Doesn't make any sense. 10,000. Your auntie, Lil Tay gon' fuck your mama, and I'ma smack your auntie.
So there's a history of controversy inside of Lil Tay's online history. Her brother seems like a real piece of shit. I don't know why he's screaming at his 9-year-old sister over not saying her lines right for a YouTube video. So far, her mother and her brother are both assholes. They coerced a 9-year-old into this online career for money, views, and fame. It's pathetic. But it gets worse because today, Lil Tay's Instagram was actually updated for the first time in I think 3 years now to basically say that she needs money for lawyers and that her apparently abusive father is actually trying to take custody of her. And if this situation is actually true, and I'm sorry that I'm saying it like that, but we have to be skeptical because this is the internet and this is a controversial account that is already ran by people who clearly don't have Lil Tay's best interests at heart. They were literally using her for money when she was only 9 years old, so hopefully, this isn't the same thing happening again. But in the case that this is real, this is actually horrible, especially with how many people were just outright clowning this child inside of the comments section and calling this a hoax and making jokes. I get that people were probably annoyed by the character that she used to play, but it was a character. It's a character played by a literal 9-year-old child who is literally being coerced into playing the character. You're literally directing your anger and all this hatred towards a 9-year-old who literally contributed nothing to this situation. She didn't do anything wrong. She's a kid. Say what you want about the people around her, but this is not a situation for you to be making jokes about this kid's situation, because if this kid's genuinely being abused, that's just fucked. So if any of you would like to donate, just in case this is actually a real situation, the link is up on screen and it's going to be at the top of the description. And for those of you that are just listening, the link is saveliltay.com, and there's also a hashtag to spread awareness about the situation. It's hashtag SaveLilTay. And I know it sounds like I'm going overboard and I'm gonna look like an asshole if this ends up not being true, but hey, I'm not taking any chances on this situation. Hopefully you guys can understand. The Instagram post actually says, "This was the moment in 2018 when my mom showed Tay the court order from her abusive father demanding custody, money, and control over her career. Starting today, she will be fighting for her life in the Supreme Court of Canada. Tay has no money left to pay for lawyers for fighting for her freedom. Her father has stolen everything from her. She has been physically and mentally abused by her father and his current wife." Please visit the link in bio for the full story and the GoFundMe, and donate and share. Your donation will go towards Tay's legal fees, giving her a fighting chance at freedom in court. You are Tay's last hope in saving her from a life of abuse. We greatly appreciate any help Tay can get. Every dollar and every share counts. Hashtag SaveLilTay. And honestly, I'm really hoping that this is real, because if it's not, this is literally the scummiest cash grab of all time. I don't want to be skeptical about a situation like this, but knowing that Lil Tay herself did not post this and that it was clearly posted by her brother by the wording of the paragraph that I just read, you gotta just be a little bit more realistic, because her brother is known to try to use his sister for money. I mean, come on. Look at her entire history online. Look at that video that we just saw where he's literally screaming at her and coercing her into saying her lines correctly, and then she had to literally go on television and talk about the situation. It's just sad that Lil Tay doesn't have to correct people around her inside of her circle. Usually people inside of modern day media, usually rappers or internet celebrities, they don't usually have a good circle of friends around them. This is a 9-year-old girl. She doesn't have a good circle of her family around her. Every single person inside of her family is starting to sound like a horrible person. I mean, it just keeps getting worse. A video also leaked of her family letting her or smoke from a hookah. She was literally 9 years old inside of the video. So I definitely can't be too mad at anybody who wants to be skeptical of this situation, but hey, I'd rather spread awareness about the situation and hopefully help her be saved than risk, just taking a chance of letting shit slide. And I recommend any fellow YouTubers that watch me or any smaller YouTubers watch me to talk about the situation as well. Obviously, I'm not gonna fucking force you, and don't go hammering down any YouTubers to go talk about this situation, because obviously we don't want to go harassing anybody to fucking help in this situation. That'll just create more chaos. But yeah, try to do whatever you can. I just looked back at the post on Instagram. They actually had to turn off the comments. I was gonna read some of the comments to you guys to let you guys know how people are feeling about this situation so far, because there were just a lot of comments completely just shitting on Lil Tay that I thought were completely out of line, but I didn't get to screenshot any in time. That's my bad. It actually really sucks that they had to turn off the comments because people were trolling and shit and making jokes. There wasn't even much like genuine skepticism about the situation. Like, people cared less about her and more about saying, ah, ha ha ha, she ran out of money, when it's been known for like 3 years now that it wasn't any of her money to begin with and that it just came from her mother, and that at the end of the day all that flexing shit was a character. It was not her whatsoever. It's genuinely kind of sad that people have gotten to a point in 2021 where they're legitimately beefing with a 9-year-old girl who is genuinely in a dire situation. Like, are people really genuinely that bored at home inside of their rooms? They're that bored that they have to fucking beef with a 9-year-old kid that didn't even make this post. The post was literally created by her brother, and if you don't want to donate, that's completely fine. You can scroll. You don't have to go and shit on a little kid. I can see if it was like a comment section on a video for flexing on people and they're just saying, oh shit, you're actually broke, kid. Like, I get that. Fucking make a joke in that situation, but not when a kid's being abused. It's kind of sad that I even have to get on YouTube and make a video to say this, dude. But I mean, this video is more importantly about just spreading awareness, but you get the point. Hopefully inside of the comment section you guys can have some mature discussions about this shit. I know it's probably wild seeing a video about Lil Tay popping up inside of your sub box or notifications or whatever, because she's really been out of the loop for like God knows how long. I think like 3 years now. She's been off of social media and off of Instagram or whatever. But yeah, I heard the other day that after 3 years of not posting, there was a post made on her story saying that at 6 p.m. today there would be a big announcement, and people were thinking it was going to be like her comeback and she was going to come back to roasting people and flexing on people or whatever like she used to, but this is a much more serious situation. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video even though it's a lot more serious. I'm sorry I said yesterday that today's video would be a lot more longer. I'm losing brain cells, my bad. A lot longer, sorry. But this situation completely caught me by surprise. I actually didn't even know if I was going to upload today or not originally. I had no video ideas. I wasn't really inside of much of a working mood, but then I saw this shit and I just knew that I had to talk about it. Hopefully it wasn't too bad for you guys. Tomorrow I'm going to try my best to be back with a much longer video and a much more positive video, hopefully. Thank you so much for watching to the end if you did. I hope that each and every single one of you have an amazing rest of your day or night, whatever time of day it is for you. And I hope that Lil Tay is in a much better situation very, very soon, and I hope that we're able to help at least a tiny little bit. If there are any big updates inside of this story anytime soon, then I'll try to let you guys know. And yeah, goodbye everybody. Have a great day.